Okay guys, Saturday the 18th of November and we are starting on the S&P 500. So let's have a quick recap of this market from last week in relation to our Sunday analysis. Then we'll have a look at the market for the trading week ahead before we move on to the NASDAQ. Okay, so for the S&P 500, we had a key level at 2560 up into 2570. Now I've left the sloping support and resistance lines on the chart that we have been going over for the past couple of weeks. Now we also had the all-time highs marked in, and then we had another level at around about 275 up toward 285 right here. So from last week, what did we see? The S&P 500 on Monday broke down, retested that sloping support line. Tuesday, once again, broke down. This time it came toward the 2570 to 2560, tested as key support. On the Wednesday, we broke down once again. You can actually try to break down below this level of support, rejected back up, held on the level, and then on the Thursday, we've seen a very strong bullish movement back up. And then on Friday, we've seen the bears stepping back in once again. So for the week ahead, let me just get rid of this level. I'm going to leave 2570 toward 2560 on the charts because it is still a key area of support on the S&P. Now coming into next week, well, first of all, the market has gave us a little bit of clue for a level of resistance right here. You can see the market testing on the 1st of November, on the 3rd of November, and then if we scroll forward toward the 10th, the 13th, and then on the 16th we broke up, we rejected at the top of that resistance level, 2580, around about 2585 to 2590. Let's just move it down a tiny little bit, around about here. So what I'm looking at coming into next week. So we had the bearish movement down on the S&P. We then broke back up again on Thursday, the 16th of November. Now, this is a strong bullish movement. However, what I'm mainly looking at is the rejection that came back in on Friday. So what we are potentially seeing is the market breaking down through sloping support and resistance and then pressing back up to retest on the 16th of November before we see the rejection coming back in. So for pretty much all of next week, happy to look for weakness and bearish positions up here as long as we're holding below the level. The sloping resistance line is lining up with this level of resistance, just giving us a little bit of added confluence to look for weakness up here. Key support remains down below. So if we go into the 4-hour time frame quickly, we can just see a little bit clearer what it is I'm talking about. So the sloping support line, you can see the market testing it. We then break down to test at this key support area. We then press back up. You can see the pin bar, the rejection starting to come into the S&P, holding on that sloping support line before we see the bearish movement coming in at the end of Friday. So what we've potentially seen is the breakdown below, press back up to retest before we see further bearish momentum. Now really, it's only if we start to break back up above this level of resistance that I'd be happy to say the market has tried to break down below the sloping support line. It has rejected. It's pressed back up to confirm this as support once again. And we could then start to look for those bullish positions. However, we'd want to be a little bit careful because right up above are the all-time highs toward 2593 to 2597. All-time highs, always worthwhile looking for potential resistance. And then just up above there, we have the round number 2,600. As we've gone over in the previous few videos, round numbers, psychologically strong levels in markets. And we tend to see a lot of orders set at those levels. Still worthwhile looking for potential resistance. And it's only if we start to see nice clean breaks above that level that I'd then be happy to look for the support and those stronger movements and bullish continuation of this strong bullish movement up, really toward, or potentially toward 2610. So those are the main things going into next week. Happy to continue looking for potential resistance at this level. If we break up above, happy to look for potential support, and then the market suggesting that it is refusing to reject the sloping support line. We'd look for Resistance up toward the all-time highs once again. Key support if we continue to reject at this level, back down toward 2570 to 2560. Down below there, really this spike down has given us a little bit of a clue. But for me, it starts at around about 2555, down into around about 2550 is the next strong level of support. And then down below there, as we've been going over also, key levels down toward 2546, all the way down toward 2540. This is a very strong level of support and very important level of support on the S&P. Getting the clue from the bottom of the support line from the spike down on the 9th, trying to retest at the 4th of October. It's only if we start to break down below this level that I'd really be considering the S&P giving the clues that there's an end coming to this strong move up. And we'd then be looking for the stronger corrections down toward around about 2510 toward 2500. Okay guys, that's everything for this week on the S&P. Let's move on to the NASDAQ. Okay guys, let's do the exact same thing for the NASDAQ. So what I've done is I've already put the key levels on this market from last week. So 633 up to level at 6250 up toward 6260, and then we had this sloping support line. Now we took the sloping support line from the last couple of weeks of price action. You can see the market climbing steadily up this trend line, and then last week what we went over was potentially we were seeing the break below the level on the Friday. We took the doji candle as the clue. We were looking for potential weakness coming into the start of the week, and then what we seen was Monday, the rejection coming in, Tuesday, rejection coming in, testing at that 250 to 260 level. On the Wednesday, we tried to break below the 250 to 260 area. The market popped back up and held as support. On the Thursday, we've seen the very strong bullish momentum coming in from that key level. And then on the Friday, the rejection came from the 333 to the 3, around about 55 levels. So for the trading week ahead, well, the first thing is both of these levels remain strong areas on the NASDAQ. So up toward the all-time highs, we can continue looking for that weakness. If we actually extend this sloping support and resistance line, what you can see is the market, as it was pressing back up, was also retesting at this level. Now, if we do start to see breaks above the all-time highs, we could then look for the pullbacks and that potential support, and we then start to look at things like up above the round number 6,400 as potential resistance. We'd use our sloping support and resistance line also. Now if we start to see the market breaking down, next level of support is really down towards around about 6290 down into around about 6280. So you can see the spike up here, the spike down on the 10th of November, the spike down on the 13th of November, right here. Now, if this market is going to continue with this bullish movement, this would be an area to watch. So if we see the market rejecting off here, coming down, it's a good level to look for that potential support and the move higher. If we break down below this level, very likely we're going to see the retest of 260 to 250. So it's a good area of potential resistance. Look for that move down. This remains key support. The market has already given us the clue with this spike down on Wednesday as to the next level of support. Around about, actually bring it up a little bit towards 6235, down toward around about 6220. Again, I'd be happy if we broke down below this level to start to look for the weakness and the moves down. This would become a good area of potential support. And then if we break down below this level, really the next key area is all the way back down towards 6190. And what we'd do here, because we've only had this spike down, is we'd use the round number 6,200 as the upper band of that potential level of support. Now if we're breaking down below there, it's very likely we're going to see a stronger correction on the NASDAQ all the way back down into 6120. But a quick recap for next week. This remains key resistance to look for weakness. If this move down is going to fail, it would likely happen towards 6280 to 6290. So it's a good area of potential support. If we're breaking down below, it's likely we'll retest 6260 to 6250, which remains a key area of support. Next area below there, 6235 to 6220. Also a very good level of support. You can see this very strong move up started from this area. And then down below there, 6200 towards 6190. Really, that's the last key level of support on the NASDAQ before we get back down towards 6120. Not expecting the market just to come down and break this level next week. It can happen if we see strong bearish movements, but really that's a bit of a longer term view if we started to break down below this level and then begin to look for the weakness and that stronger move down. Okay guys, so that is everything for this week. As always, I hope that was helpful. I hope you all have a good trading week next week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.